one of those teams not good enough to begin with. That Hilltop team completely prevents the compound team down below from doing anything. But because they were occupied with one another, Twisted Mind obviously were. That allows them to spread out, that allows them to play more.
Ayan pala Diyos o yung mga.
Firefights are starting to happen around the circle as people are taking the shots, but it's going to be TMA still clinging to life over here. The throwables not coming out the way that they want them to, though.
Oh, this is unfortunate for TMA. They had a different one points. He knew that this is the easiest angle to find a couple potential kills. He has been taken quite low here. Yuppie gonna let go with his last frag grenade, but it comes up well short. Overcooked on that one. Diggory, his last one. Let's see if we can find two.
Oh, they're making the push into it. I like this reading the fact that Nate's going to be coming out, but it's actually going to be finally picked up by Crazy. He's going to get dropped off of Spyro as the resets are trying to come in. Now, what are you even going to do? Overfinger's now hopping the vehicle. They're making a directed send right into the wildcard lines. It's going to be a ton of people taking shots into it as we still have 4 teams up and just chaos that's going to continue to mount. 2 teams full stacked up in wildcard and the Freaks inside compounds, inside control. They've got walls, they've got everything, and it's going to be TMA limping in with Twisted Minds right next to them.
Now, a lot of other teams are going to be very happy that the Twisted Minds squad was halted quite effectively by TMA. Now, TMA isn't going to find the 3rd kill on the Spyro just yet. Maybe we'll see if Yuppie can get anything done. But I mean, this is a really good effort here by TMA in a really tricky spot. And now Twisted Minds and Yuppie have to find their way into the next circle. So Wildcard, the Freaks, going to be holding this angle down. Little shot there from Lance. Jumping back. Yuppie can perfect it.
That is going to be big. He's still just trying to take that last stab at the team that has caused him so much problems. They're continuing to grind. TMA is now up in 5th place as they finally do get eliminated, but they picked up some very needed kills, and that is just a compacted section of the leaderboard. Twisted Minds, though, does get into the circle, and we still have 3 teams. It's a 4v3v2.
Yeah, okay, now for real, Twisted Minds has to leave, and you've got 3 members of the Freaks just completely tumbled in on that direction. Akkad watching for a flank from Wildcard. I can see Nico's out there at least flirting with the idea, but Akkad should have a pretty good hold on that angle, I would assume. We'll see if Nikos can somehow squeak his way in there, maybe get the knock onto Akkad and cut off that angle. Shots there from Greg, trying to see if he can catch Lou. He's very smart. He knows that there's probably some grenades coming. Moves right over to the angle. Now Wildcard going to reinforce this side.
Adam does connect onto Lou, and it is now just Spyro. The circle is going to be coming in just a few seconds, and I think that Twisted Minds realizes this is their death deal. There's not too much they can do. 2 teams, again, both of these compounds and all of these compounds, buildings that we're looking at, have walls around them, have a whole bunch of different ways. Spyro is, he's really, really good, but I don't know what you can do here. Get a couple shots on the Freaks, himself in a bad way. That is the freest kill that he should not have been able to get.
Yeah, that was kind of a little bit of arrogance there from the Freaks, where they thought they could make that rotation, and they paid the price there. Spyro's just been, money with these minis, so he's almost out of ammo on top of this, but still got a barrel in the pocket, and again, he's on the outside looking in here, so he's gonna have to make a move eventually. May just opt to let the blue do the work for him, but I mean, what a game from the Twisted Minds. Truly, this is a really well-played game because of that maneuver they made early on in this game to take this compound, recognizing the open territory, taking the open space at a perfect time. That's Twisted Minds in a nutshell.
Questions are, who can pick up more inside? This wildcard can use a climb of their own, similar to what TMA just did. Freaks want every single point they can get. Since Spyro is just going to beat this whatever. That's do. I mean, you could have throw his gun, and that's about the only other thing that he has left in the tank. But now, it's all about a firefight that's about to go down. Center point is going to favor more of the side where we do see wildcard playing from. With this, Greg Shot has now moved into that northern position. He's trying to make sure that nobody comes up with the Freaks on that side. It's going to be a double up. We see the rest of Wildcard trying to defend. Meanwhile, the 4-man squad of Freaks are just a straight line trying to see if they can get any opening and any knock.
Greg Shot takes a bunch of damage. Akkad still has 3 frags. He's got Greg Shot pinned in that corner. If he can get these frags to land, Greg Shot could be dead. That one bounces just a bit too far to get the finish. The follow-up here from Akkad looks like it's really good. He had just got the first aid kit off.
Now Ian is down. Nikos did manage to turn this back into a 3v3, but it's going to be Akkad that does connect onto Greg Shot, who's trying to fight for that center position. with this. Adam now has to make a reposition away from where he was at. Nico's still just trying to hold up, make sure that he can defend everything that's going to be happening. Adam wants to try to get his teammate back up, but he is cooking. Viking Funeral's going to go ahead and send him to Valhalla.
Yeah, exactly. That's toughy there for Greg Schott with the COD still sitting on quite a bit of damage utility. It was just a really difficult spot to get out of. Nikos has been absolutely disgustingly good for a wild card this event. Does he have some magic here to pull it through for the side of the NA squad? And you can see Akkad he still has a couple more mollies in the bag. Adam has quite a few frags himself.
Okay, smokes are now out. It's moving into that wall-to-wall, minimal vision, listening for footsteps. Throwable being the king of everything that you can do. Nate is going to connect, do some damage into this one. Adam just trying to hit some bank shots onto somebody. Molotovs could pay up really big, specifically in that choke point that you can see that they're trying to push through right now. The Freaks are going to have that Molotov land in front of them. Akkad still playing up top, as it looks like this is just going to be moving into an absolutely close range. Here on No Vision, Nikos does get a knock. Now we shifted this back into a 2v2. Throwables now coming out. Adam's coming up to reinforce. Nate's going to be pretty close to this one. Is it going to be able to take down Akkad? It does. Nikos picks him up. 2v1 and Wildcard are starting to feel it.
Well, they're pushing in though. They might get a little bit too far in to make sure they get these kill points. Last year trying to hold the angle. Akari trying to give him information. Sun comes out. You've got a Saiga in the hands of Flash. I think you should just switch to that. I think the range is going to be nothing but point blank the rest of the way. Frank the freaking
What they want? Now lined up, but it's going to pick it up. Several kills and finally finding themselves a good game.
There we go. A great finish there. A great hold.
Tough, man. It was always going to be a tough rotation for them. And, to be fair, they collected a lot of points before they went down, which is why they're maintaining their top position right now.
About games where you're getting 1 or 0-1 because these guys are still on here.
Can't have a bad game.
No, they can't. Not an air go.
It's impossible for 17 to have a bad game. Third place, 9 kills. Oh darn, that is just the absolute worst.
Yeah, this feels bad, right? No, not at all. I mean, Cho here is going to just try to stay alive as long as he can, hoping that Cerberus and the Expendables are going to start fighting, and that will be an opportunity for him to make the cross. Isaki is trying to kind of watch his position. Show there, still waiting. Looks like he's starting. He found a vehicle actually. He's making a drive.
Where is he going to go? I guess he's going to grab into this one. Cerberus actually. With this Cerberus, now you have to line up in the Expendables. You know where the enemy is, but God, this is a complex section to have to play.
I mean, this has just been a wonderful game. If Cerberus can win this, what a captain and absolute controlling the top of this for the entirety of this game, basically.
And Navi needs to start too.
Oh, yes, they do. No doubt about it. I mean, it'll be 3 kills, and then, the leaderboard does kind of already add in those second place points, so 4 more points, 7 more points, they'll be right behind them.
It's going to start getting even more and more nasty as so many teams are starting to creep into that 70-point range. Isaki going to go ahead and prep up the nade, start to do some fishing here, throw them out. Does connect into it. Now Cerberus has momentum. Going to go ahead and toss another one down there and see if they can get it. Going to go too far, but I mean, hey, that's a hard throw on a hillside. What is Cerberus now going to do? Are they going to make the charge in, or are they going to play it slower? Looks like they're still just going to continue to rain down damage.
Yeah, TE needs to clear some space with some grenades of their own. Duck Juice, this is the last one that he has. If he can find the knock here, it'd be huge. He does get the knock on the Isaki. Ninja's got another one, but he's going to go down to the blue. It's all the Duck Juice.
What can he do now? It is a 1v2 situation. Back up against the wall. Don't forget the fact that they're already sitting at 7 kills. He plays the loot. Picks up another one. 1v1. Looking up the hill. He's taking it on damage. It's just
Huge control there at the end from Inox. Just had a better angle with that rock, able to stay undercover. For the side of Overpeakers, Uba has to play defense. He has to run. He is a solo left. He gets caught on the corner. Cliven flanked out. Takes him down. 10 kills for Overpeakers. And they look to find a win here in the grand finals.
All right, Punich, what you got? This is your opportunity to have your superstar moment, but this is going to be a hard superstar moment. This is a squad that hates themselves and hates everybody else more.
He needs to use his frags. He's got 3 of them, so he needs to find an opportunity to find some damage loads if he's going to have any hope of making this work. There's no blue to run to, my guy. Then maybe he can just try to find a flank around the edge, just try to confuse Overpeakers. But again, It's got plenty of damage utility to work with. It's just a matter of finding it.
Yeah, you can see the reviewers. They're not
Oh
even
my
trying
God,
to
uminom pa.
stand. Aid is really going to connect. There are two members that we can see that are going to be moving over here. So Hunich might be able to get the drop. I feel like this is just going to be more about trying to secure the point than more than anything else. Just trying to flush somebody out.
He's got a pump shotgun. I would have liked to have seen him play for the house with that situation there. You can maybe get up on top, find some grenades down the stairs, maybe get lucky with a few of those. And,
Oh my God, yan na.
He might get one. I don't think he's going to get all the way to the away. Despite their name.
Hobbits is down, and they're going to try to commit into a res for question mark. They trade, though, still playing pretty close to this area where the freaks are going to be at. You can kind of see there's a slight ravine running through this as we do have question mark that's got some high ground to look into it, and that's really what a lot of these teams are trying to control, most notably question mark and freaks.
Yeah, Perfectix have taken quite a bit of damage. Good grenade there, going to catch Dante, put him down to about half, a little less than that. So Perfectix trying to find some space to probably try to go for a heal, but he's got a doozy right up above him, and a doozy isn't really able to push over this ridge with the firing lines that Twisted Minds has created on the other side. So a doozy here just has to fall back. There is not much else he can do unless he has a ton of grenades sitting around.
Combined forces of QM and United could do a ton of work into Twisted Minds right now. We're getting into those later stages of the game. So now Twisted Minds going to try to see if they can shoo away what's happening. Aduzi's still wanting to move in, and he's getting closer and closer by the second to Perfectix position. While all this has been happening, though, we do see the Freaks have managed to take a much more dominant position down into the south.
Yeah, I'd really like to see the Freaks clean out day trade here. QM is also trying to get involved in that, so the Freaks got to be careful that they don't overextend, that they don't give kind of an open door for question mark to come up over the top and maybe do some serious damage. Maybe see if you can just kind of push day trade into question mark, force that space. Meanwhile, Twisted Minds, dude, the way they play this game is so freaking good. The way that they're covering Perfectix, the way that they're keeping EU in, they backed off question mark game space. It's absolutely beautiful. Blue Chill up and over, has Dante. He's got the flush as well. Finally, Hobbit takes him out. Flash, sliver of health left though.
Butterfly has just flapped its wings, and with that kill, suddenly it's going to be the Freaks coming alive from the south. Question mark now moving in. They're going to have some vision into this one, so it's going to be the Freaks now taking some shots into QM. Perfectix now also starting to press the hillside, looking back down to the team that was so close to him just a moment ago. He might be able to do some work as well, but he does not want to overpeak into the Freaks line, and so with this, it's just going to be a quick step away. Circle did move, and it is favoring E United's position.
Yeah, I like the recognition here from the Freaks. You can leave one to harass, but you need to get the main forces away from this fight, as Twisted Minds also had an angle into them. So let QM deal with Twisted Minds. You go regroup, set up for the next circle, see if you can find some kind of safety in there, and maybe you can squeak on through, maybe get EU involved as well, and see if you can just kind of force the other three teams to fight. You take some kind of control of this low ground. It's going to be difficult for the Freaks, no doubt about it.
Yeah, this is the territory that they're trying to move into, though, is going to be where Twisted Minds, as well as E United, is going to have some vision. And I think it's also going to be in a lower section of the circle. So, see the Freaks, looking in. They don't have a lot of options to move in. They've got the trees and stuff. Perfectix, he does see himself some question mark members. Throwables now starting to come out. Is this frag going to connect? As it's going to be Perfectix just lined in, and he's going to go down. Aduzi wins it. Man,
A great counter push here by Aduzi, knowing his teammate was weak, knowing that Perfectix was going to be looking for the frag, able to catch him off guard. Out in the open now are the Freaks trying to make the cross. Reload though, hits the flanks of Twisted Minds, taking Blue down, gets the flush over to Aduzi, but Akkad has been knocked for the Freaks, so now EU starting to come to life.
Oh man, running right over here next to Batulas. I don't even know if they know that this is about to hit them. Spyro does at least manage to take down Pilvers. Batulan spins back around. He does manage to take down Hobbits. And while QM did get an opening knock to start this one off, it's all about Aduzi, the man himself, who opened up the door for his capabilities. Now gonna have to run away from this Twisted Mind defensive line.
Yeah, beautiful grenades here from Aduzi. Beautiful spacing, beautiful position holding for the Twisted Minds. Kickstart has the Freaks out in the open. A lot of smokes are going to have to be expended by Kwangdo if they are going to find any more safety in this next circle. They are starting to push down the hill. Blue is at their back. Kickstart and
go.
just dead to rights. It's Flood getting the knock on to Akkad, and Flash looks to be soon to follow.
See the fact that he's about to go full on Pineapple Express. Smokes galore down there, but big chunk of this one, but they gotta be careful. Spyro's trying to looks like he wants to do this off. You gotta jump in. Rello is defending him up. Be united, make sure nothing can happen. There you go. We've got a 3v2.
It's a huge fight for United. They need this win to climb back up, to get close to Twisted Minds and 17. A decent grenade catches Spyro, does about half damage. Batulin's and Spyro now starting to let go with some utility of their own, but United too far for the reach of the Twisted Minds players as it sits. Blood here gets a spot on Batulin's, gets the information on the positioning. The rest of the players are on the edge of the circle mat, so eventually they're going to have to start making a move. The circle's going to force the issue here.
Yeah, I mean, the center point on this one is nowhere near where we're at right now. United isn't even really inside the circle yet. Rello's just kind of caught in an isolated spot. He's right next to Twisted Minds, but looks like they might be trying to bait something out, most notably Flood playing one side of this one. Rello is just trying to slow hold this position. He starts playing out the distance, though. Spyro takes a lot of damage. Rello looks like he might be trying to get some utility in, maybe support this one up. Starting to get this, doesn't connect with anything. I don't know just yet. It looks like Kickstarter's now making a more aggressive push on that left side and right up next to Batulin's, and I don't think he's managed to find the angle to work with just yet.
Yeah, I mean, Twisted Minds has enough cover that they're able to stay safe. The utility from United has not done too much damage. It's been bullets that have been doing the heavy lifting for them. Batulin's stuck underneath as he's getting stunned up to high heaven. Throws a molly at the tree, wants to prevent them from reaching. A decent grenade this time does catch Batulin a bit. They're going to start a wrap. They're going to try to go for the flank.
I love this. Just play into the nades, move forward. It's going to be E United that was trying to reposition through this one as the Brave is just... That blue does a huge chunk of damage, so Batulin's has got to be careful with it. They're going to go with a hit and run. They just run down there, hit Kickstart, because they know that that's going to be an influential person to be out inside this fight, and now moving into the north. But Flood did get control over the second.
The proactivity from Twisted Minds is just unbelievable. How smart they are and how coordinated they are with that maneuver is so effective here to eliminate the big gun from United. Still, Flood has been absolutely nuts this tournament. He's got a good angle. He's got the 3X. He's ready to spray him down.
Got to play this one here. Flood needs to maintain. Just enough. Rello looks like he's going to be trying to creep in back behind Spyro. The longer that this is going to be going on, it means the fact that it's going to be the Twisted Minds just forced down into Flood's sightline. You can see that they're trying to prod in. Can they find an angle as Rello just playing this one as patient as possible?
Rello just needs to make sure that he doesn't get caught out by Spyro. He can find that angle down on Batulin. Batulin playing on the edge of the smoke. He's got the angle. Can't find the knock.
Does get the damage, but that was a big reveal in position. If he goes for a peek there, it could be disastrous. Flood now having more and more pressure mounting on his position with Rello now being exposed. With the smokes now out, you can see the Twisted Minds slow creeping in this one. Actually, every single second, you can see that E United is having more and more pressure.
Gets the double and a huge win for United. That's going to pop them right